Hey there everyone, hello. My name is Tembelihle Mahlalela and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna speak about my personal experience with how I worked on my self-confidence. So I don't know if I'm introverted or extrovert. I'm not extroverted, but I'm not like 100% introverted. So I'm like a shy extrovert. I'm like a loud introvert. Also it depends on the environment. But I mean, what you see now is not what I've always been. Definitely, I've got a new haircut, but that's not what it's about. Like who I am right now, or my personality. This personality took a lot of work. Like it hasn't always been this way. It hasn't always been this way. So it took a lot of work, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears to sort of create this version of myself. And I mean, I'm still a work in progress. I honestly still think I'm still a work in progress. And people see me differently. People's views of me are different based on the environments in which they met me at. But confidence is not something which you just get overnight. For me, it was like, as a kid, I was really close. My brother and I are still really close, my older brother. We're 3 years apart, and he was just like my best friend, my everything, you know. Yonki into my best friend. I don't need to go out to see friends because you are my friend. Like, why must I go and play with other kids? You know, if he wants to go play with other kids, cool, I'll come with you. I was always sheltered by him also. I remember this one time we went to a family event. It was a wedding, and I didn't know those cousins, or the way in which I didn't know them that well, and I was just feeling so out of place. I was like, I don't know these people. My mom is happy, my dad is happy, my brother is talking to people. I was following him like this. I was like here with him everywhere he went. I was here with him. And I remember when we were sitting at the table, somebody asking like, does your sister even speak? I am that sister. Does your sister even speak? Does she even speak? Like, that's how mute I was, you know, like, because I was shy. Like, I get shy when I'm in certain spaces, and I had to work on not being shy, especially being in Cape Town and being on my own. I had to learn to not be as shy. Even my parents also shouted me quite a lot, both my mom and my dad. Like, when you see me with mommy, people will be like, yo, this is a mommy's baby. When they see me with Diddy, this is like Diddy's little girl. Like, that's how the dynamic as always was. You could see that I'm really close to both of my parents. They sheltered me, and I didn't feel the need to sort of speak up because they were my voice, you know. So find out we're at a restaurant and it's like, what do you want? I'll tell my mom, then my mom can tell the waiter or something like that. And even I remember the one time we were shopping for clothes coming down to Cape Town, and my mom was like, we're at Truett's or something, Forshini Truett's, and she was like, how are you going to, I had asked her to please ask the woman working there to get me a certain size of a shoe or something, and she said, how are you going to survive in Cape Town when you cannot even talk to this woman yourself and tell her to please get you? And I was just like, it is what it is, I'll see when I get there. But for me, my low self-confidence was driven by also like a low self-esteem, and I feel that like I had to do a lot of working, a lot of inner work, because self-esteem, the low self-esteem was because I viewed myself based on what was on the outside, and what people are seeing, and I just thought they just see this fat girl, and I had no self-love, or just, I didn't feel worthy, I didn't feel worth it, I didn't feel worth enough, you know. I didn't feel enough, I guess, and that was just me growing up, and people never really saw it on the outside because fake it till you make it. We're still faking it out here. So basically, but coming through to varsity and just coming through this side, I had to sort of now like start working on myself, you know, because for me, I was just like, I'm fat, I'm ugly, there is nothing, like I just defined myself based on what I saw on the outside, and I did not see any value in myself, and that was sort of heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. Cool. So let's get into like, what did I have to change in order for me to become this more confident person, and this person that people like really see on the outside? Is I had to change my inner dialogue. Instead of bad mouthing myself, saying, oh my gosh, Timberlake, like you ugly, whatever, I had to start looking at myself and being like, yo dude, you are beautiful, you are loving, you're worth it, like you've got it in you. And I had to start changing the way in which I talk to myself. We as human beings, we're so harsh on ourselves. I don't know why, but yeah. And especially if you don't have a voice from the outside telling you or like affirming you, having to affirm yourself is sort of like yeah, having to tell yourself that I'm worth it. You know, I had to remind myself and change my inner dialogue. I think definitely I had to go out of my comfort zone. I had to make new friends, so I had to put myself out there, and that is how you sort of, now you need to sort of start talking, start having a conversation. It's not that I'm not able to talk, it's just sometimes the words are far, but I was able to now fetch them and be able to speak to people, and engage with people and stuff like that, and then focusing on my own goals and stop comparing myself with what's on the outside. I think for me, working on my own goals and working with what I wanted, knowing what I wanted and who I wanted to be, sort of pushed me. And one of the stuff was just like, I want to be a more confident person, you know, because I have so much in me that wants to like come out. And so I had to push myself to focus on like my own goals, like what it is that I'm working on, and stop focusing on the outside and focus on yourself and what you need to be doing, you know, and just redirecting the focus to myself and my own goals was something that really helped with building my confidence, because I then looked at, okay, cool, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what can I work with, you know, that sort of stuff. That always goes for it. And then basically affirmations, guys. Honestly, I listen to affirmations almost every day. I have to tell myself every day, I love myself, I am confident, I am able to achieve anything that I want. I affirm myself every morning. I listen YouTube confident affirmations. I legit remember back in 2018 where I listened to it like every day for such a long time, and I saw how on the outside I sort of started changing the way in which I looked at myself. So for me, affirmations have always been like a big deal for me, especially in my growing right now, because as wanting to be the confident woman that I am, I sort of needed to work on my self-esteem to sort of have now like a better self-esteem, a high self-esteem, a good self-esteem, and to start viewing myself as the gorgeous hand that I am. I'm not saying that I still don't struggle with self-confidence. I still do. Depending on where you meet me, you should not expect a loud personality. Don't. You will disappoint yourself, unfortunately. I just watch the environment that I'm in, and then I try and talk and navigate myself from then onwards, because with my friends I'm very comfortable, so I'm very open to speaking. It's when I need to meet someone new where I actually practice what I'm going to say. I'm just like, cool, I'm going to meet this one, we can talk about this, okay, this topic I don't want to talk about, okay, here I can ask them this, if things get awkward I can say this. So it sort of took a lot of practicing speaking to people, and speaking to people that I'm not familiar with. But I know that for me, having confidence wasn't an overnight thing. I did not wake up one day and be the talkative Tembelile. You know, it's still a work in progress. And on certain days, I still do feel like, no, I can't do this, because I get shy, and it's fine to be shy, you know. It's not that I'm not talkative, you know. I can talk for days, like but on some instances you won't find me you won't find me speaking, because it is what it is. Anyways, so let me know about what your confidence journey has been, and what's your journey with, like, what's your confidence like, and if you've ever struggled with self-confidence and how maybe you have worked on self-confidence. Okay, cool. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I hope it can help someone who is struggling with confidence and realize that you're a work in progress, and stop being too hard on yourself, because girl, you've got this, or boy, you've got this, or non-binary, you got this, you got this.